Greetings, Brolita Force. I gotta warn you now. I've been under a lot of stress lately for a few various reasons. So, I'm going all in this time. Be ready, because I've got a lot to say here. I realize I'm pretty late to the party on this response. There's a few reasons for it. We'll get to them, I suppose. So, a handful of weeks ago, John Boyega said something really fucking stupid that got a lot of people pissed off, especially me. For those who don't know, he was the actor that played Finn in the Disney Star Wars trilogy. First, please forgive the quality of this video. I tried to find a decent HD version of it, but I couldn't, so I just kind of copied this from Critical Drinker.
Pandering. Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something. And you can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro. They're okay with us playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much.
Ugh, God, the absolute arrogance and ignorance in this fucking shit. Let's just dive right in. First of all,
let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space.
Where do you get off saying that, you fucking dick?
You have a single fact to back that up?
Did you speak to every last Star Wars fan on the planet, white and otherwise, take note of their ethnicity, and extrapolate the data of their responses? Or is this some stupid shit your puppet masters had you say? Now, I'm gonna be going back and forth over what he said here, but this right here.
They're okay with us playing the best friend.
Don't have a problem with us being your best friend. First of all, I'm sorry, what the fuck is wrong with being the best friend? Why is that such an irredeemable evil to you? I mean, just off the top of my head, was it a problem when Arnold and Gerald were best friends in Hey Arnold? Or Abe and Hal from Malcolm in the Middle? No. So that point of yours, such as it is fucking stupid.
But it doesn't make any sense, okay? It's fucking stupid.
Once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much.
Once we lead, once we trailblaze, shut up. What the fuck exactly are you trailblazing, John? What is it you've done that has never been done before in any movie ever?
Well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson.
You mean Mace Windu, you fucking idiot?
It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro.
Oh my God, yeah. All right, here we go. You just put the cookie chips in the cookie dough. You just sprinkle it in there, bruv. Oh, okay, yeah. First of all, what kind of stupid-ass analogy is that? What, are we supposed to be eating cookies made entirely out of chocolate chips, you stupid motherfucker? Why don't we just be eating Hershey's Kisses then? But hey, you want to talk about Lando Calrissian? All right, let's talk about Lando Calrissian. First of all, Lando was a great character, and he had an amazing redemption arc. Let's bring you all up to speed. The Empire Strikes Back, he was caught between a rock and a hard place in the worst way. Darth Vader arrived before Han and company, and he was forced to hand them over to him. Imagine the pressure on him. If he didn't do as Vader commanded, he would likely have been killed, and as Vader implied,
it would be unfortunate if I had to leave the garrison here.
And the Empire would have direct, oppressive control over his people and his entire operation. What could he do? A regular man, such as himself, was utterly powerless before the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. It ate at Lando pretty hard. But he did what he could, and he set up a trap for the Imperials, and while met with initial resistance, he tried to help Leia and Chewie rescue Han from Boba Fett. They were too late. However, he did help secure Luke from the underside of Cloud City. But that didn't stop him from joining them and infiltrating Jabba the Hutt's palace for their successful rescue operation later on in Return of the Jedi. And then what did he do? He joined the Rebel Alliance and led the fighter pilots into the Battle of Endor. The plan was twofold. Han and company were to take out the deflector shield generator from the surface, while Lando and the fleet were to engage the Death Star to destroy it. Oh, and what's this?
Don't worry, my friend's down there. He'll have that shield down on time.
Faith in his friend. Oh, but does that not count, John? Not only that, but consider this.
Well, how could they be jamming us if they don't know if we're coming? Break off the attack. The shield is still up.
Lando's quick wit deduced that the deflector shield was still up, and he called off the attack. If the rebel pilots hadn't pulled up and away when he ordered it, they likely would have crashed into the deflector shield, losing many lives, including his own. And for all we know, this might have caused the entire offensive to fail. Imagine the ripple effect from that. The rebels would have been defeated then and there, and the Empire likely would have lived on if Lando hadn't made this snap decision. And even during the heat of the battle, where things were looking grim for them, Lando still didn't lose faith.
Our cruisers can't repel firepower of that magnitude.
And we'll have that shield down. We've got to give him more time.
Also, you gotta give the man serious credit for piloting the Millennium Falcon through such a seriously tight series of corridors through the Death Star's interior, and at those speeds, too.
That was too close.
They eventually made it to the core, and while he ordered Wedge to destroy the power regulator, it left him free to take out the power generator itself. Let me tell you something, Brolita Force. I was there back in '97 when the special editions were in theaters. I was 14 at the time, and I tell you, nothing can describe this feeling. To be surrounded by your fellow fans and enthusiasts, free from judgment, free from dickheads who mocked you and looked down at you. Ha, you like Star Wars, you fucking nerd. You'll never have sex with girls. No, none of that shit. Just a packed theater of people who got it and laughed along with you if you yelled, "Houdini!" So, in such an atmosphere, we all cheered like fanatics when Lando escaped the Death Star and it exploded. Fists were raised. Some even got on their feet. Smiles were on every face. That said, do you think there was a single person in there, at all, who remained seated with his arms crossed, huffing, "Yeah, but a black guy did it, so it's no good"? Fuck no! Even if there was, we would have called him out and told him to get the hell out of there. Or, hey, what if when word spread across the galaxy of the Emperor's death, and someone made the announcement of Coruscant right before they tore down his statue, "Lando Calrissian blew up the Death Star"? You mean that black guy from Bespin? No good, it doesn't count. Clone the Emperor, rebuild the Death Star. Now how ridiculous does that sound? That's how fucking ridiculous you sound, John, you fucking dick. Not a single one of us cared that Lando, or Billy Dee Williams if you will, was black. We hardly paid attention to it, really. Yes, we acknowledged it because it's a very obvious thing to see. In the same sense of the word, you look at, I don't know, Heisenberg and see that he's bald. You know? That sort of surface level recognition. Hell, I remember watching a Star Wars marathon on the Sci-Fi Channel back in the 90s, and Billy Dee Williams was hosting the segments before and after the commercial breaks. I thought that was great to hear his commentary. I can't remember too much because it was nearly 30 years ago. I do remember a handful of things, though. How he smiled when he talked about Lando Calrissian, and every time he would conclude the bumper by saying, "Here on the Sci-Fi Channel," he would blink.
More of The Empire Strikes Back, here on the Sci-Fi Channel. Here on the Sci-Fi Channel, Return of the Jedi. Here on the Sci-Fi Channel. Stay with us as we continue with Return of the Jedi.
It made me chuckle noticing that every time, but still, fact is, I remember it fondly almost 30 years later. I scoured the internet trying to find these clips. Sadly, I couldn't find the one where he talked about Lando, and special thanks to whoever you were who ripped this from a VHS and uploaded it. But as I scrubbed through this, I was given a moment's pause to listen to what he said here.
Well, I was lucky to have been a part of Lucas's future world. To see that kind of brilliance at work was an incredible experience I'll never forget. Stay with us.
Just listen to that. Gratitude, dignity, class. Expressing his heartfelt appreciation for having been a part of it. A far fucking cry from blaming the audience and presuming to speak for an entire race of people. Bless you, Billy D. Williams, you class act. Anyway, back to the story, though. In the end, look how far Lando came. From being forced to betray his friends, to getting choked out by Chewie, to being hugged by Chewie in celebration. He redeemed himself above and beyond. And there he stood with his friends in the final shot of the original trilogy in victory. Gee, John, that's an awful lot for a cookie chip in a cookie dough, ain't it, bruv? I know I focused a lot more on Lando than Mace Windu, who I did like as well, but I watched the original trilogy way, way more than the prequels. Oh, but if we're going to keep talking about your precious representation, well then, are you seriously going to forget about James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader? The man had the voice of a god. First of all, I love how humble he was about it.
I'm special effects. David Prowse did the role, of course, and then when Lucas put the film together, he realized he wanted a darker voice or a bass voice. So he called around. I think he thought of Orson Welles first, and then he realized that he might be too recognizable.
That's right.
So he picks a kid that comes from Mississippi who stutters and raised in Michigan,
And he gave us some incredible lines.
You have failed me for the last time, Admiral. Apology accepted, Captain Nida. No disintegrations. The Force is with you, young Skywalker. You are not a Jedi yet.
In fact, he gave us one of the most recognizable lines in movie history.
No, I am your father.
And of course, it needs to be said. Rest in paradise, James Earl Jones. It's sad you've left us, but man, you had one hell of a life. An American icon beloved by millions, which means you did something right. Godspeed, dude. Godspeed. Now, I've had these musings and ragings festering in my head for a couple of weeks now, but what really prompted me to finally start working on this video was kind of unexpected. Recently, my wife got her hands on the original broadcasts of American Gladiators. I was struck by a few things while we were watching. One, just how unapologetically 80s it was. I mean, just look at Malibu's hair and that surfer dude lingo that he used,
Well, it's like this. I saw this guy coming, and I took the most excellent hit of my life. The next thing I knew, I was on the beach, taking in some cosmic rays, getting healed by Mother Nature, taking a little brewski, holding on a beautiful babe, and I'm fine today.
So no hospital, no doctors, just Mother Nature, huh?
Oh, I'm a child of Mother Nature. What do you expect?
Malibu, you are truly amazing. He took a licking, and he is still ticking.
Sweet.
Second, the size of these people. Hell, the women in this show could totally whoop my ass. I mean, yeah, I'm out of shape and an old man now, but still, yes. Third, no one cared that Gemini was black. The same for the rest of the other contenders. No mention of it whatsoever. No fucking messaging, no goddamn causes attached to any of this. We were allowed to just have entertainment back then without, they're white people bad, vote Democrat. Shut the fuck up with this shit. Race wasn't even involved with every goddamned aspect of every fucking game, movie, comic book, and more until you worthless morons purposely revived racism so you could be professional victims. Fuck all of you. And you see, it's this kind of shit that just makes me so fucking nostalgic for the 80s and 90s. If I could go back there and just live there forever, I would. Anyway, back to Star Wars. Think of the long-standing cultural legacy Star Wars had across the world. References were peppered into various other games, even not related to Star Wars. Biggs and Wedge from Final Fantasy 3/6, and Chrono Trigger. Hell, even the original Tactics Ogre.
Not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
The cool kids are never going to let me play Meth Lab with them.
Of course they will. You just got to look cool. Here, try some of this mousse. Oh, wow. You clean up good. Real good, Hero Calrissian.
Just what exactly is going to be your legacy, John? Spreading falsehoods? Spreading division and hatred? Yeah, good job. You've made a real impact, haven't you? The same goes for the rest of you morons at New Lucasfilm.
Put a chicken in it and make her lame and gay! Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame! Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame! Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame!
Like, Star Wars is very, like, patriarchal.
So stick to your post and follow my orders.
Put a chicken in it and make her lame and gay!
It pisses me off to no end to think about the state of Star Wars now. Back then, as I said, I was mocked for being a nerd. I was scoffed at for reading the books, collecting toys, playing the video games. And not only that, but at the time, I was going to a Christian middle school, and my 8th grade Bible teacher was seriously strict, completely black and white about everything. No gray areas, no debate, nothing. It's either good or it's evil. And she said that Star Wars was evil. Why? Because of the teachings of the Jedi were akin to Zen Buddhism, which isn't Christianity, the way, the truth, and the light, and therefore, it's evil. Now hang on, all of you keyboard atheists, just don't. I know. We get it. Let me continue. Then, my teacher's brainwashed little minions would condemn me while I'm wearing the Star Wars shirt or the hat and tell me, Star Wars is bad. And I'm thinking to myself, even as a 14-year-old, it's a movie. I get it. I can distinguish fantasy from reality, unlike some of you. And now look, those same types of zealous little women who condemned me are now running the show. They're not Christian, mind you, but left-wing lunatics utterly devoted to spreading their goddamn agenda with all the same fervency as my former Bible teacher. All these shit-sucking shows you've crapped out, Kathleen, written by morons with zero life experience other than, I'm gay!
I want to ask you both, because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you
Not
bracing
the gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the...
It's pretty gay, let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no, I know you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Bullshit.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
I think it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Star Wars saved my life.
Ah, horse shit!
The best parts about Star Wars is there is no good or evil. It depends on what side you're standing on.
But if you can't look and see that Anakin blowing up the Death Star possibly killed millions and millions of people, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying.
You should just shut up.
It's just
shut up. I
but
love
that
you.
is,
You should
but
shut
that
up.
is the beauty of this story.
What a load of horse shit.
Oh my god. And did any of you fucking morons running things at New Lucasfilm even do half the shit fans like me used to do? I once even memorized the Orabesh just because I thought it'd be entertaining. Hell, I memorized lines in alien languages just for fun.
Day one no wanga. Ne jaba no bata. Izayoto.
Chisa. Picha wanki chubaka. Cho tanjawi shada icho. Ho ho ho.
Shit, I even remember having a classmate in a college course say to me, Ichuta, to which I responded, how rude! And his face lit up like a Christmas tree. He said, finally, somebody gets it! And even though there was like a 6-year age gap between us, we became friends then and there. But no, you fuckwits at New Lucasfilm only care about pushing your stupid fucking messages, which has caused the brand with the most timeless characters, memorable moments, and massive cultural impact to become a flat failure with total apathy. And all for more representation. The Force is female? No, the Force is fucked with dipshits like you running the show, Kathy. And you, John Boyega, you are 100% in the wrong. If this is accurate, your net worth is around $8 million. Meanwhile, I'm working a shit night job that's causing me all kinds of bodily injuries. I haven't slept well in weeks because of them. I work with a lot of lazy, drug-addled morons, and I usually have to pick up their slack, and for paycheck-to-paycheck wages. Oh, but no. Somehow I'm oppressing you, and you've got it so fucking bad, don't you? Fuck you, fuck your whole documentary, which is, I'm sure, even more Soros-funded propaganda to divide us even further. I must say, I do feel better for letting it all out. I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, all right? I don't deign to speak for other groups, you know. You guys can speak for yourselves, but I want to hear what you've got to say. I know I'm not the only one who feels the way I have. Now see, I would feel pretty goddamned pandered to if I were you. And I say this with authority because I have the perfect example right here, all right?
We gather in celebration of the Oscars on the ancestral lands of the Tongva, Tataviam, and Chumash peoples, the traditional caretakers of this water and land. We honor and pay our respects to indigenous communities here and around the world.
What the fuck is this shit? You know, I am Indian, all right? And this pisses me off so fucking much. Like, what do you want, Julianne? You want me to fucking erect a statue in your honor and fucking worship at your fucking feet all day, every day, to be like, oh, you are such a selfless beautiful soul. You are the true champion of me, the underserved. What do you fucking want? No, fuck you. Fuck this performative bullshit. You really care about me so goddamn much? You really want to be my champion? All right, give me $1 million fucking dollars. Because I am underserved, all right? I'm overworked and overstressed. And I am really in a bad position right now. I need money for surgery to fix my spine, probably for my hand too, and also to pay off all the other fucking debts I have. But you don't really give a shit, do you, you asshole? You just want this performative bullshit so you can... Oh, you know what this really is? This is some subtle jab to be like, white people bad because they stole the Indian land. Fuck you, all right? Every square inch of land on the planet has been won through conquest in one way or another. You actually give a shit about the land? Give it back. Give it back. And then pay me these reparations or some shit. Asshole. Fuck this shit. Pandering nonsense. Unbelievable. God! I'm sure none of you are as passionate and expressive and as blatantly angry about it as I am, but I know I'm not alone. It's just, I'm called the Raging Brolita for a reason, alright? I'm not the calm and rational Brolita. And this, boys and girls, is why I reached out to some people I know to get their takes on what I've been saying. I showed them this video in progress, and here are some snippets about what they've had to say.
Have any, knee-jerk reaction? Am I on the mark, or
You're on the mark.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're on the mark. You're in the right direction.
Did you see the original Star Wars, back in the day?
Yeah, I went to it. I went to the original.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like? Please
Oh,
tell me.
man, it was great. I didn't expect all that.
Yeah?
It's called me and my friend went by mistake. We were saying, what is this at the movies they got playing? You know, they only show one movie, and we didn't know what was playing. We went there, boy. We walked out. Wow, we were saying that's one of the best movies we ever seen.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, it's too bad I wasn't alive at the time. I was born.
You weren't born then?
I was born with the year Return of the Jedi came out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We messed around and went there. We see this playing. Well, since we ain't no need to going back home, man, we came out of there, man, overwhelmed, dog.
But you feel like I was on the right track with the whole, them putting race in fucking front and center at everything?
Right.
Okay, so picking up where we left off yesterday. So that's my argument, I used that example of that lady at the Oscars as just pure performative pandering. She doesn't actually give a flying fuck about me or the indigenous people. And that's right, I said Indian. I've said Indian my whole fucking life. I'm going to keep doing it.
Right.
Yeah, so what's your take on all of this, this modern day updating shit for modern audiences? And, oh, look, we put a person of color in it. I, for one, hate that term. What about you?
Oh, no. That's still carrying out, ain't it?
Huh?
Still putting one in, still putting color in it, ain't it?
Yeah, but...
Instead of us and we, and it ain't gonna never change.
Name redacted.
I thought things were fine in the 90s, because, I didn't have black classmates or black coworkers. I just had classmates.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, I really wanted to... Fuck. I really wanted to hear what you had to say, because, you've been around longer than I have. You've probably got more perspective than I do, right? So...
I like that, though.
Brolita.
You got a good point. And you're making a good point.
Yeah. See, I even asked the same thing to my grandma, She said, before she passed me, she rests in peace. She said, oh, these people need to turn around and find another cause. They don't speak for me. They don't speak for us. I don't care about the Washington Redskins or the Chicago Blackhawks. I've been fans for the longest time.
Right, we have, wasn't it?
Yeah, so...
There wasn't nothing said till now, wasn't it?
Yeah, so, don't you feel pandered to when they try to, update something look, we put black people in it. Doesn't that make you feel so seen?
Make you feel good. No more Redskins.
Or do you think that's all bullshit? Or am I just putting notions in your head now?
Oh, no. You ain't putting it in mine.
Alright, so what is your, knee-jerk reaction to what John Boyega said?
I think that whole black-white thing and social justice warrior stuff is kind of played out.
Played out, huh?
And I think it's pretty much done. So...
Done as in...
people don't talk like that as much no more. They kind of keep it to themselves. But I think we might be heading in another direction. With all, I don't know if you heard Kanye's crazy song.
I've heard of it. I haven't actually listened to it yet.
Yeah, so
do you want the windows up for this or something?
No, cool.
Okay. I know this is sort of a touchy subject, but I'm just bold-facedly assaulting it because, you know what, I don't know how much time I got left. I'm just going all in. I'm going to tell the truth.
Yeah, I think he was just saying stuff to please whoever it is that put him up to promote that agenda.
Okay.
So
I can't disagree with you there.
Yeah, so
now here's a question I was pondering. So you saw the original trilogy back in the day.
Yeah.
Was there some sort of barrier to entry? Like, no, this is for white nerds only.
No.
I didn't think so.
No. It was classic.
Beautiful.
Lying around the building.
Yeah?
Nobody was thinking about black, white.
Right. Exactly. But what was it like for you? Like, I wish I could have experienced that for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, nobody had seen anything like that before, right?
Nobody.
Yeah?
But I think the new ones, they're whack. I don't like them.
Nah.
1 and 3 is great. The rest of them, they look like CGI crap. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait, was this a cartoon or a movie? That's what it looked like, a cartoon. And I was like, I'm done.
Okay.
And I was done. I just couldn't do it no more. But you know, every time you watch it and stay up late and the classics come on, you gotta watch it. It's great.
Yeah, man. I've been saying for years that since Disney bought it, Star Wars is dead. Yeah, I saw the first one of the sequel trilogy, and after the hype kind of faded, I looked at it again. I'm like, wait a minute. No, that sucked. She was just a Mary Sue. She didn't earn a goddamn thing. She was just instantly good at it, and I hate that.
Yeah,
just girl power fantasy.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't think that there's some woman's gonna come. Halle Berry's gonna fight John Cena.
No,
that's not gonna happen. She's not gonna win.
About my video, am I way off base? Am I an ignorant doofus? Or, am I on the right track? What do you think?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I just think it maybe cut it a little short.
Okay.
Get it short and sweet. Short but sweet.
Thought about it. I don't know. It kind of kills me a little sometimes. I'm like, I spent so long getting this just right. I hate to cut it. I do hear you though, but I'm not making things for the TikTok kids who need something 7 seconds or less.
Right. I can do it.
All right, cool. Well, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think it's great.
Okay.
I like the concept.
Cool. Well, thank you.
That's all for this time. I am the Raging Pro Leader.